What's up, YouTube? How's it going? It's your boy Breaks here. Today I've got for you all some brand new League of Legends gameplay. And in today's gameplay, I have quite possibly the greatest game I've ever played in my entire life. I mean, I've had games where I've gotten pentakills before, where I was hard popping off, but this game, cream of the crop, because not only did I go 13-0, not only was I playing the game for me, but I was playing the game for my jungler, I was playing the game for my mid laner, I was playing the game for my support. And what I mean by that is I was literally typing in chat and telling them exactly what they need to do in order for us to win this game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. What we've got here. So I'm just showing you the game that we have here. So you see we are gold 1. This was my game to my Plat 4. And on my team, there's 2 Plat 4s and everyone else was gold 1, me and the mid and the top. And then on the other team, they had 3 Plat 4s and 2 gold 1s, being their ADC and their mid as gold 1, and then everyone else was Plat on their team. So this was a game where my jungler was literally going GG next. You know, he was like, he was ready to quit. He was done with the game, but I was like, bro, relax. Okay, the game just started. So we tried to invade. The invade failed. I knew I was recalling on a ward, but no one would really walk up to me, and I was just recalling for the HP. I'm going to go back to give him a leash. But as I go back to give him a leash, we'll see the top lane is actually... Oh, look, we showed it. The top lane is literally dying, giving away first blood. Not even 2 minutes into the game, top lane is dead and giving away first blood. So that is really unfortunate for us. And in our lane, I get kind of poked pretty hard here. He does a good hook, which I really like, and I kind of waste my flash here like an idiot. I was just being dumb. I don't know what I was doing. I guess I was trying to get like a heal off of him. I thought if we could get heal, then on level 2 he's dead for sure, but that was just really bad on my end. I lost so much HP, so much HP, and I wasted my flash. So that put our lane in a really bad position here, where eventually I just take a bad recall to avoid dying. And so top lane already died, and then our jungler is about to die, boys. This is not going well. I think he gets invaded on his blue. So, yeah, see, I take a bad recall. Why not? And they didn't notice that I took a bad recall. Let me go ahead and show the lane, because you don't need to see me just walking back. They didn't notice that I took the bad recall, or maybe they did see it, and they didn't think to hard shove here. Like, I would be pinging the Lux nonstop to be hitting the wave, and as Sivir, I would be mashing every ability into the wave, just to try to deny me this, like as much CS as you possibly can, but they don't do that, so the wave ends up slow pushing, and I end up, look, making it right back in time to catch this wave, and I think I catch this cannon, do I? Yeah, I do catch the cannon. Wow, look at that, absolutely gorgeous. I lost all my HP for it, but I do catch the cannon, so even though I'm down CS, it's like, it's fine, I got a cannon. So it's okay, we can do with that. So, as I said, our jungler got invaded, and he died. And look, oh my goodness, again, so many deaths are happening here. Let me see here. More deaths happening. Top is going to die. I hate when the camera jumps around. But top is about to die again, and then so is mid. I do not like that this camera does that. Stop doing that. That is really obnoxious, just jumping around all over the place. So, I already reset, and these lanes are like burning down. Everyone is dying. This game is looking hopeless, right? The score is 4-0. He's about to kill this guy. Hurry up, kill this guy. Thank you. And then my mid laner's about to die. Show that. You can see on the map I'm just walking into lane, so nothing here. Mid laner dies. He flashes in. Tower doesn't even hit him. Unfortunate. And we're in this lane. I think at this point my team is like, GG, go next. The game is over. It's 4-0. And I'm like, boys, the game has just started. I haven't even played yet. So I get a solid recall, and I get 2 longswords, whereas this Sivir only gets boots off of her recall. I think this Sivir was like, I don't know, she was playing really cocky, where she just wasn't recalling at optimal times, so that allowed me to get so far ahead of her and just crush this game. So off of this kill here, we're going to probably shove this wave in if I had to guess and try and get another reset off. Oh, no, I remember. So here I wanted to like freeze or create a slow push. And we go to help the Yi, but it was too late. So I ping my support to back off. I mean, the Rammus. The Rammus is already dead. We can't really help him. There's nothing we can do if the guy already died. Like, rotating there is pretty pointless. Lux oversteps, and we get a kill here. There we go, clean. I guess she thought her Yi was there. He can do something. He got a kill, but it's really bad for him. So another thing on Tristana is, I love that. If you saw, let me go back. If you're fighting a champion like a Yi and a Nocturne, and I do this over and over again this game, that's how I end up going 13-0. And so Yi is 2-0 right now, and he has a freaking Noon Quiver, so fighting him is not good. And he's level 6 and I'm level 4. So I killed the Lux because she overstepped. That's a very common issue, I guess, in this elo. In Plat and High Gold is player. Well, she's Platinum. So in Plat, players tend to do this thing where they're like, I don't know, I guess they get overconfident and they move up and miss position. And that's more than enough for a champion as strong as Tristana right now to just 100-0 you, like, right away. Like, if I land my W on you and your movement's impaired, and whew, that bomb damage is just absolutely crazy right now. So see, here, she's just dead. I knew she didn't have her snare to stop me, because if you saw, she used her snare on my support, and you won't really kill a tanky support. No, I can show her using the snare on the support. You won't really be able to kill a tanky support. Yeah, right there. See, so she used her snare on the support. So when we saw that, it was right up here. I was like, this is over. She's dead. She can't snare me. I'm just going to W in, and she's just dead here. And that's exactly what happened, even with her wasting flash. Yi tries to cover it. Remember, this guy has a Noon Quiver. So this is what I was trying to say before is, you don't want to W right away because Yi's Q can follow you. So you saw I saved my W until Yi's Q animation was completely over and Yi was out of my body. At that point, my W is just a getaway card. He will not catch me. I'm out of there and I'm safe. So now the game is burning down. It's now 5-2. My team is still hard losing in top and jungle. The difference is drastic. My jungle is literally down 20 CS and my top laner is down something like, what, a level or two? Oh, not yet, but yeah, there we go. He's down a level, and I'm sure eventually at some point he goes down 2 levels, just because of how top lane XP works. It's the longest the longest lane in the game, so there's generally like longer time to build slow pushes to deny CS, so you can get XP leads in the top lane very drastically. So basically, the game is falling apart, but I'm trying to convince them. Like, I'm telling the Rammus it's okay. Right here, I'm telling him to repeat gank. But he literally said in chat, I remember he literally said in chat, I cannot be in every lane. This is what he said. And I just replied, hey man, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying repeat gank. Top is already dead. Don't even be on that side of the map. There's nothing for you to do. Top is dead and he's walking back. You're going to try and like 2-man him. If Yi counters that, you're just all dead. It's just not a good gank. You know, top is fed, Yi is fed. You don't fight that ever. For any circumstance, you just don't fight that. Yeah, I mean, you can fight him if he tries to dive him under tower, but I told him this guy doesn't have flash. They're building a wave and they're shoving in. This is what I noticed, is that they're building a wave and they're shoving in. So I told my jungler, just repeat gank. Just repeat gank. They're going to shove in and try and deny me CS because they're both poke minions. Both poke champions with Sivir and Lux. They're just going to try and poke me under tower. So me knowing that they're going to try to poke me under tower, I let them push and I tell my Rammus to come, because if they come and try and poke, they die for it. They literally will just die for poking. That's what happens. He did not listen. He goes to clear his top side, which is fine. When I notice him going to clear the top side, I just immediately start to shove, like, clean up the wave as much as I can. And right here, we're just trading some damage. I knew I could W in because Lux had already used her bind. Once again, there's nothing to be afraid of. If Lux uses her bind, there's nothing that they can really do to kill me. So Nocturne uses his R to try and kill mid. I will give my mid credit, even though my mid has died and given up first blood. Not first blood, but she died to her lane in 1v1. She was actually pretty good. You see her get the kill, and she's up CS. She actually got the kill here, even after Nocturne R. And for the most part, Nocturne would keep trying to R her throughout this game, and it would just be to no avail. He would never actually kill her with her R, which is absolutely great. You know, Nocturne, I guess, can get slowed down by champions who have a lot of mobility, and a champion like Ahri, if a player knows... Oh, well, he dies. Anyway. I was just giving him credit, and he dies anyway. Anyway, what I was trying to say was, Ahri does eventually, you know, stop dying to him. And so the reason why is because Ahri has movement, and so if you just use your movement, there's nothing they can do. And there we get a kill on Luck. My support landed a great hook. And you see me use heal only because I was kind of afraid that I was actually going to die there. Like, no joke. I was so afraid that I was low enough for his Dark Harvest to proc, and if his Dark Harvest Q procced me, but it looked like my W jumped straight over his Q. If his Dark Harvest Q procced me, I was dead. So let's go ahead and see if we could see that hook. I was actually distracted by, you know, My mid laner dying here. Right there, that's fine. I guess he thought he could, you know, stay because he killed his mid, but Nocturne just wrapped. Here I'm playing really slow. I'm trying to let this push into me. Nocturne pushes up, and I immediately start to move up with him. I'm a little slow here. I should have moved a little faster, but I didn't want to telegraph it to the front. So I flashed just to get one more auto, and there I used my heal. You saw me use my heal. That was just because I honestly thought I was dead there, man. I saw his Q, and I'm like, oh, I'm fully dead here. Wow, that actually happened so fast. That happened so fast. So here we go. Right here, I'm in like kill range because I got hit by the tower. I W'd, and I thought it tricked me. So he actually threw his Q where I was standing before, so I'm pretty fine. But it tricked me into thinking that I wasn't fine because it was technically like right under me, the animation. So I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna get hit anyway. Because Tristana's W for the most part doesn't really jump over stuff, like a Caitlyn trap or something like that. So here I'm thinking this wave will freeze, but then I noticed the other wave came, and it came a little fast. So I'm trying to ping him off. I think I do, yeah, signals to be careful. It doesn't show ping. And now I'm typing, hey man, I'm just trying to freeze this wave. I was just clearing 1 or 2 minions. This guy, so we have a 1 minion advantage, so I do try to freeze this. And I figured I'll just get a clean reset here and let it go. But you see this Sivir actually hasn't recalled. And I guess maybe she doesn't have a buy, so there's no point in recalling. But this is what I'm saying about her overextending. Like, for a long time, she just stays in lane for so long, kind of doing nothing, which puts her behind in items. Look at the massive item deficit between the two of us. I mean, the 3 kills definitely does, but I'm resetting to spend the gold, and she's just never resetting. See, she's stepping up, trying to get plates. They're trying to 3-man or something here, and this is just really bad. Now I'm back in lane with a Noon Quiver and a pickaxe. Why did you not reset already? You should have resetted such a long time ago. Even if you didn't have a buy, maybe try and roam, impact mid or something. So here I'm telling the Rammus to just come. You see me typing. Like I said, I really had to guide these guys, because without me fully guiding their gameplay, this wasn't a win. Like, we weren't going to win. So here Sivir finally gets the reset, and that's fine. I'm okay with that, I guess. I figure my buy was so strong that even if she does reset, with me being up 3-0 and me being relatively even in CS, she wouldn't be able to buy too much. And I was exactly right. She only bought a Warhammer. So I'm still pretty far ahead of her in terms of damage items. So my top lane, dying again. Like I said, top is 4-0, super fed. But I never die once this game to him, even though he does try to kill me at the end, and it cost him the game because we're positioning correctly. So here, you know, I'm just telling him, let's dive. So right now, since I'm building a slow push, I already know that I'm going to have a wave ready to dive them. And I'm telling my team this, I tell Rammus and I tell Nocturne this, that we're going to have a wave to dive these guys. So just be here to dive. And Rammus is over here clearing these raptors, and he just wasn't ready for this dive. I mean, maybe I should have slow pushed when I saw Rammus going to the raptors, but I thought this wave was sufficient enough for us to dive. He's not even here. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that was my fault, but Rammus and Nocturne not here. Nautilus not here. So the dive was just kind of wasted. The dive opportunity was kind of wasted. We had a chance to kill them both, but they just weren't ready for it. And here you'll see, so I told him, you know, it's over. Like, it's over. Especially because they see him already, the way she's playing, they see him. And he just ends up dying. And I don't even bother going in. At first, I wanted to see if he was top lane, but no, he killed bot, so I immediately back off. I'm not too afraid of his R if he's in another side of the map. But if he's on my side of the map, we're backing off. So there, our jungle died, our top died, and our mid died. We had 3 people died. Oh, our top didn't die. Okay, good. Our top didn't die. He's 1-3, but he didn't die there. So, like I said, man, this game is literally falling apart. We were at no point were we ahead. We were kind of on the back burner the entire game. I mean, I was ahead. That's why I was kind of like calming them down. Hey guys, I'm Tristana. In case you haven't heard, this champion's really busted right now, and I'm fed. So our mid and our jungle were able to get a kill together. That's pretty nice. Clean up a kill here, but let's go ahead and skip a little forward because all I'm doing is slowing the wave down. I'm not trying to shove. Oh, I don't have to skip forward. He's just running it down. Go get him, not. So he's, yeah, if he gets caught by a snare or a bind or something, there's no point. I just go right back to slow pushing the wave. That's all I'm doing is trying to either freeze or slow push. I'm never hard shoving unless I'm trying to dive or roam. Those are the only times we're hard shoving. So here we can hard shove because we're probably gonna dive, right? We have this thing, the rift. I forgot what it was called for a second there. We have the Rift, so we do have an advantage here. We can look for a dive. I'm pretty sure I told them dive, dive, dive. But, you know, this guy's leaving. My Rammus, this guy's maybe paying attention, but still not diving. I ping it. Do I ping it? Target located. I ping it once. I guess the issue is you have to ping a lot. So he finally went in. We got the kill there. And that was just, it's just over. It's clean dives. I mean, you know, yeah, pretty clean dives. He got the taunt so I can freely W in and know that nothing's going to happen. And that's it. We get the kill and we get the tower. Yeah, we get the kill and we get the tower. I think this is first tower. It is indeed first tower. And we're going to see how the game goes on. I'm just going to progress a little further towards where I'm at. We're just going to skip. As you see here, my team just keeps dying. And we even lose Dragon. So we're just going to skip forward to where your boy's doing something to me. So in situations where your team is dying and we're just losing Dragon, my thing is always to split and shove a wave. So you see this top wave is fully shoved. I'll shove the wave and then I'll roam, as you see, right back to mid and catch another wave. So that way we can stay as far ahead in CS as we can. See, I'm up 20 plus CS against this guy. And we're just trying to apply pressure to their team without overextending. So here I thought we could fight the 3v3. I am fed, but their Nocturne is 6-0. So that's pretty dangerous for me. So you see, I play really far back this whole game just because Nocturne 6-0, he one-shots. I need like 4 items to fight him, and I only have 1 item. So here we get a pick on someone, you know, getting a little cocky on his roam or just like disrespecting, I guess, us. He knew that the Nautilus was there. So I told this team, so around this time they're still saying it's over because a Nocturne is 6-0 and we're technically behind 2 dragons and kills and stuff. But I got first tower and I'm telling this team, guys, it is not over. I'm telling them just relax, play really slow and wait for mistakes. This is platinum elo. These guys are going to make a crap ton of mistakes, okay? So even stuff like this where this E overextends to try and get a tower, he immediately gets punished for it. So here you see, I'm not even trying to run away, but Rammus didn't know what was happening. But the reason why I wasn't trying to run away, you'll see, I knew Nocturne was going to R way before he even R'd because I saw Ari was pushed into tower. Let me go back and show you guys that. I was aware, just that I didn't see Nocturne on the map. Let me see if I can hide it. What are we? We're the blue team? Red team. Nope, that's the thing. Where's the, how do you, okay, here we go. Red. Nope. Blue. So there we go. So right here, we don't see Nocturne, but I do see Ari is right here pushing up, right? And I see Yi is here. I'm assuming Yi is alone. We did see that Nocturne is right here. We saw him a second ago. But right now, in my head, I'm thinking Nocturne is probably clearing here and resetting and going here. Because there's no reason for him to go top because Yi is just essentially taking the tower on his own. The tower literally just fell. Right? Yeah, the tower just fell, so there's no reason for me to assume Nocturne is going to be top. Even though my Rammus was jumping in, I just assumed that Nocturne being 6-0, he's going to look for more kills, as most players do. So right after I killed him, I'm signaling even before that. I'm signaling my Ari to be careful, because I know he's really pushed up. And on our map here, you can see, this is our map, our vision. We have 0 vision of Nocturne. 0 vision of Nocturne on our map. So in my head, I'm thinking Ari is about to get Nocturne R'd, guaranteed. So you'll see here when Nocturne does R, I don't even flinch. Like, I don't even run away. And exactly what I said happens. Ari gets Nocturne. Because I had already predicted that that would be the case. Rammus, you know, his awareness might be a little off. He wasn't paying too much attention. I appreciate that he went to check me, but I knew that R was not coming to me. It just wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. Ari is way too shoved up. If he's R'ing, he's going to kill Ari. So I get to trade. Not only do we kill Yi and Ari lives, but I get to trade towers also. So like I was saying before, this Ari does a really good job of actually not dying when Nocturne R's her, which is the same thing that happens to me when Nocturne tries to R me. I just don't die, and he ends up losing the game off of it. So here, like I said, I'm telling the team, play. It's okay, guys. We're going to win this. Play really slow and cautious. Now I'm also 6-0 with the Nocturne, and I'm at 2 items. He's at 1.5, but also apart from that, I just know that I'm going to hit my spike, and I know that I can play safe because we have champions like Rammus and Nautilus, where even if they're feeding or they're not doing well, like my Rammus was not doing that great, and see, he's 1-4. My Nautilus was fine, but my Rammus was kind of hard feeding, so I just knew that we'd be fine because they can peel for me. So here I W in, but I W towards my Rammus. So once again, we're just picking this Yi off. Like I said, we're playing slow and picking off anyone who's like mispositioning. So they're trying to do the ideal thing to do, which is to shove, but they're not shoving correctly. You know what I mean? Like they're shoving without vision, and they're doing it very nonchalantly. So the Yi just gets punished for it really, really hard. So like, if you're gonna shove, you need to be shoving wisely. So you see me stop moving because I'm typing, trying to like guiding them on how to play their macro game also. So the Yi was shoving, but he wasn't paying attention to the fact that no one else was showing on the map. Rammus wasn't showing on the map for him. Let me go back and see if I can show you that. The same way that I knew that Nocturne was going to kill, or attempt to kill my mid laner, but he didn't, thankfully. Let's go ahead and show you, this is everyone's view, right? And then I'm going to show you what Yi saw. Let's go red. So this is what Yi sees. He's over here pushing up, and he could just see Ahri in mid. That's it. Everyone is missing on the map. Literally everyone is missing on the map. Yi is shoving with no vision. Even Ahri went missing. Look at Yi's screen right now. So he just saw me, but by this time it's too late because remember, your boy is right there in the try. Rammus is also right there. Let's go ahead and see if we can show it. Yep, Rammus is also right there. So at this point, he just killed himself because he was pushing up without actually seeing anyone on the map. Like, you can't just push up like that, bro. You really can't. Even if you're a Yi, you just can't be pushing up with no vision on the map at all. So that was a crucial mistake that this Yi kept making and that we just kept punishing. We did it earlier in the top lane, and we just did it right here in the bot lane. And then, like I said, you just have to have map awareness. In the same way that I knew that the Nocturne R wasn't coming for me, I also knew that this Yi was dead. He overextended. So with Yi dead, and I think we just saw Nocturne around top side or something, or mid. Yeah, he's in the mid. They just get a kill. I know that I can indeed die to his R, to Nocturne's R. But, yeah, exactly. I place a control ward here and just recall. They don't even check the bush. And since I'm sitting on a control ward, when Nocturne does R, I don't even flinch. You know, once again, Rammus is coming to help me or whatever because he thinks I'm in danger. But I'm sitting on a control ward, so Nocturne's R, once again, can't be coming to me. So I don't even flinch. I don't even cancel my back. I just stay recalling. And that's it. And so, once again, he tried to kill my mid laner, but this mid laner is doing a really, really good job staying alive. I think the one way to counter a Nocturne R is really just to use mobility, and Ahri has like 3 or 4 dashes, so Nocturne R's her, and she just dash, 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 you know what I mean? So she's just out of there. Let's see if we can fast forward a little bit. So here, Dragon's coming up. And I saw Yi's in the top side. I don't actually remember what I'm thinking right here. So let's go ahead and just watch the gameplay together. I'm typing. You can see I'm standing AFK. I'm typing. I'm coming up with some strategy. I just don't remember what the strategy is in this moment. And I apologize to you guys that I can't recall what my thought process was. So Ahri gets a pick for us right there. That's huge. And here I'm just basically dead. Oh my goodness. I heal. I flash. I literally use anything just to get away. And if my team dies, that's fine. I'm not trying to die. I tried to dodge that Lux ability, but it did not work. And because Yi Q'd, followed the Rammus under our tower, we get a clean kill there. So here you see I'm starting to go top side, but then I see Fiora's heading there. So I don't even bother heading top side. I'm just clearing the jungle camps. I won't try and like go top. So I just clear the jungle camps and immediately start pathing towards bot. My positioning was a little off there, so even though I did recognize the Fiora coming, what I recommend is if you know that you're not going to go top. So here I'm initially thinking I'm going top, and I see Fiora going top. And I think she pings on the way. No, she doesn't ping on the way. So I see Fiora going top, and I'm clearing top still. I should be clearing the wave this way. Not the wave, but the minions. I should be clearing the minions this way, so that way I could be closer to here. So that was my mistake. It's a minor mistake. It's not game losing, but it's like a little tempo mistake, you know, like a few seconds in time here and there. Like I wasted essentially like 5+ or maybe even more, maybe like 20 seconds to get to dragon. So I'm essentially like 20 seconds on the dragon. So at this point, oh, I am telling them to go. I would have told them no because it's too late. That dragon's over. So Nocturne tries to arm me, but thankfully Nautilus turned off the ward there, and instead he R'd our tank. It was impossible. Oh, he didn't die. Oh, his spell shield stopped my bomb. So here, you'll see I'm playing super safe. This is exactly how you go 13-0, boys. You see here, like, I know that I can kill this mid, right? I know I can kill him. For sure, I know I can kill him. But I also know his entire team is on the other side of the wall. So I'm like trying to position in a way that I can fight while also not getting like dove. So here he, oh, I didn't even notice. He R'd me at full HP. That's really bad from him. Like, it doesn't even kill. It actually does like no damage. Holy jeez. Whoa. I don't know how Veigar's R works, if it scales off of like percentage missed health. He went Everfrost. I don't know if that's like a part of his build or not, but his R basically just did no damage to me. So here I know they're on the other end of the wall. I'm half HP. I'm trying to dodge Lux ability, Sivir ability. I'm trying to just avoid dying while also still killing this Veigar. So I can't W over the wall. See, I'm just trying to avoid as many abilities as I can. And we just get out of there. We do some damage. I would like to have done more damage, but everyone on their team had so much range that I was playing a little cautious, a little afraid to die. And so obviously that, I mean, that's how you want to play if you're 8-0 and you're worth 700 gold. I'm not trying to die and give away 1,000 gold to the enemy team, you know? So luckily, like I said, this Ahri was actually pretty good. Like, she was able to go in and steal the dragon. Sure, she died for it, but stealing that dragon was pretty clutch for us. Just so that way they're not on 3 dragons. And so here I'm just clearing camps and probably, you know, I'm just fast forwarding essentially nothing. Shoving wave. That's about it. I recall because I have my power spike. Yeah, I got my IE. And so right around here, we're going to look for picks. That's why I told them. Because they said they don't really know what to do here. And I said, all you have to do is push waves up, but don't shove without vision. Ah, that's something I kept telling the top lane. I actually forgot. That was probably what I was telling the top lane when I was AFK standing here. Is when you want to shove a lane... Look, we're still even behind in kills. We're up in gold, though. We're behind in dragons and kills. But I'm just playing, you know, super, super cautious. As safe as I can play. So I told to Fiora, if you're going to push... Make sure you're pushing with vision, and make sure you're not pushing without vision. So what that means is, like I was explaining throughout the whole game long, the reason why we were able to come back in this game is because their team would shove up without any vision of us on the map, and they would keep pushing into territory that they can die, danger zones, like our sides of the map. Yi was pushing, he got our tower. He pushed again to get our bot. At one point, Fiora actually got a kill somewhere around here because the Veigar was pushing without any vision. So, like, situations like that arise where people get, I guess, cocky, or maybe they're unaware of their game state. Even with me being super fed, I'm 8-0. I still understand that he's 7-0. I still understand that I'm a squishy ADC, and I still understand that there is nothing I can do if I push past this area to get out from, like, a Yi Nocturne gank. Like, I'm not getting away from that. So I try to play as cautiously as possible, and they were just not doing that. They weren't playing safe at all. And so that was one of the reasons we were able to snowball. And that's exactly what I told my team. I was like, guys, this is platinum. These guys are going to make huge mistakes. Just play really slow and look for picks, and we're fine. So here we're playing slow, looking for picks. I'm kind of grouped because there's no reason for me to be split with me having, you know, my 3 items. I'm as strong as I can be right now, and I'm just trying to help the team. So I would love to be at like 4 items, but 3 items is really, really strong power spike for any ADC. Essentially the IE power spike is absolutely bonkers. So here playing really slow, our Fiora gets into a fight trying to transition from her bot lane. So I remember I told you that I told her that she should no longer be shoving up past their thing. So see, she didn't have any vision here. See, we're looking at our vision. Here it's actually okay for her to shove because if you look here, you see all of them here. The only person missing is Nocturne. And I guess Nocturne was looking for her, so she can just play a little back. Like, she can just sit in this bush right here and wait for Nocturne to show somewhere on the map and then keep pushing. But right now, she's just, you know, doing exactly what I told her, play really safe. And so she's just like, okay, I'm not going to push anymore. I'm just going to clear the wave and then roam and match with you guys. And then if the wave bounce back, I'll go to it again. So she's playing really, really well here. So here she's transitioning and she gets caught by the Nocturne here. However, it is a Fiora, so she's able to live a really, really long time with her healing and damage reduction. And just because of the nature of the champion, Fiora, she was able to live long enough for the team to come and support her because we were all in the mid lane. And she even actually killed the freaking Nocturne. Crazy. She killed the Nocturne. And here at this point, even though she died, it's... Oh no, she didn't die. She killed him and lived. Wow, crazy lifesteal from Fiora. The game is... The team fight is basically over at this point. Just because he didn't 100-0 the Fiora, I'm screaming at my team right now. I'm walking back and I'm typing in chat. Baron, Baron, Baron. Oh, there we go. You see me standing still. Baron, 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 Baron. And so eventually they do start to move. I personally was typing Baron while Veigar was alive. Or Veigar was alive. I didn't care if he lived. If he lives, who cares? I would have just let him run away and let's go Baron. So here we get Baron. It's a little tricky because he does die to knock. We're just hitting Baron. It's getting really, really low. Ari's trying to peel. That's what she said. But he was afraid. But I told him it's no big deal. So here he died. But we still kill him. And the Baron's just trying to please him. Let's just get it. Baron and Zars would get it. And I think Lux actually hit it. Did she hit it? She did hit the Baron. But luckily she didn't steal it. Thank God. That would have really sucked, man. If she stole that, that would have been absolutely awful for us. So with this Baron, the game is essentially over. The game is essentially over with this Baron. We're really, really strong. I told them we're just going to, once again, same thing, play slow, shove waves, and look for their mistakes. I told them that's what we're doing this game is we're not trying to make plays. Rather, we're trying to let them attempt to make a play, and we're just going to punish it because they don't really know what they're doing. So I pinged the tower there because I was like, this dragon is uncontested. There's no reason for us to really do here. So he's going to get that for free. I was just helping him damage it because it's a Rammus, and he can't really solo it. So instead, it would be better if I help him and like Ari then. So that's exactly what happened. If you get a pick here, they misplay, and I'm just trying to get out. My W reset, I could have W'd out, but I didn't know if Nocturne had R or not, and he could just R and follow my W. Does it show it? Oh yeah, he does have R. He just didn't want to do it. So I thought the fastest and safest way to play is just a flash. At this point, I'm just trying to stay grouped and shove waves. Shove waves with Baron and take objectives. So here, let me see if we spot him on our map. Blue. Here we don't spot him, but there's 3 of us, and like I said, we're kind of fed, and they have someone dead. So I'm not too afraid. I'm pretty sure we can just push up and take. That's exactly what we do. With Baron and all these waves, we have like two or three waves there stacked up. Even if they did try to dive, they would be fighting a Fed Tristana, who's 13-0, with like 3 waves of Baron empowered minions. So here, once again, we're just playing a little slow. Just trying to do as much damage to tower as I can while not dying. I'm getting poked out pretty hard here. So let me just go ahead and fast forward. I get a recall off, I'm pretty sure, because I get an item. And I tried to tell my team. So the item I got was Lord Dom's. Lord Dom's absolute monster of an item in this game. It's an absolute monster of an item 90% of the games. My Ari was like, it's unnecessary, it's not needed. None of them are really tanky, and they don't have armor. And I was like, it does percentage health damage as well, and they actually do have armor. So I was like, Yi has an ability where it increases his armor. Remember, here it's healed. So I was like, he has this heal. On top of that, he has Black Cleaver and plated steel caps. And I showed her the Serix gauge from the Nocturne, as well as the Stride Breaker. So these guys are pretty tanky dudes. Like, they have just natural tankiness, and it looks like he's building a GA. So I'm like, Lord Dom's here is going to absolutely melt these guys' HP if I combine it with a freaking IE. And so I would like to go anti-healing also, because the Nocturne heals like crazy and Yi heals like crazy. But I thought GAs, or stopwatch rather, would actually win the game. And you will see it does win the game here. Because I thought if we can get a really good team fight, let's say I could just bait them. I could just jump in and just do my combo and then like just stopwatch their damage. Then we'll just win a team fight and win the game off of this. We have Baron. Our Baron just ran out, but I was essentially thinking we could win the game anyway because we're pretty shoved up and they have the bot inhib dead. So generally, stopwatch is just much better here than more damage. Like, more damage is not needed. I'm 13-0. I'm 4 items. Just a stopwatch to live a fight is like really clutch. So here you guys are going to see they throw the game trying to kill me right now. So here yep, right there. So there it is. They're trying to kill me. Let me go back a few seconds. So here my Rammus thought it was a good idea to keep shoving the wave. I did not, and I'll show you why. Bam, that's why. So we do see the guy in the top and the Nocturne in the top, the Lux, and the Veigar in the bot. But because I saw this Lux, and I didn't see anyone else. At this point, I had not checked the map prior to this, so I did not know Nocturne was here, but either way, Nocturne's R can catch me from top to mid, no problem. So I saw this Lux here, and in my head, I'm like, they're trying to collapse on me, you know, it's some type of sneaky play here. So instead, I just path up towards my team to avoid the only player that I can see to play as smart as I possibly can. That was my thought process. 13-0, boys, we're not trying to die. So you see that? I avoid that. He was not thinking that at all, so if there were like 5 people right here just stacked, ready to kill him, he would die. So I immediately, I recognized the Lux, and I was like, we just have to get out of here. Let me just go ahead and group with my team. I'm fed. I can just stand right behind Nautilus, and there's nothing they can do about that. I'll just stand behind Nautilus. So here I walk over a ward, and they see me alone. So Nocturne immediately R's me, and then Yi comes in also. But one of the things about Tristana, I didn't have my flash, but this is exactly why I bought stopwatch. And this is just game-changing right here. You go ahead, get the bomb on him, get his R off of him, even kill him, he flashes in, and it's just game over at this point. His engage got completely botched. He even tries to Q on me, and like I said, just save your W until it's over. I didn't even need the stopwatch, but it was bought in case it would be needed. And so right there, it's fully over. They tried to engage on me to no avail. Instead, they died, and the game is over. Like, there's nothing they can do. That was their, I guess, chance to catch me out, but you couldn't really catch me out. I had stopwatch. I also had heal and my W. You're not going to kill me. So that is GG. That is the best game, I think, that I've ever played in League. Here I'm just typing end. The Ari is just shoving the wave. She's like, oh, yeah, you're right. We can end, bro. They're all dead. So I hope you all enjoyed the absolute greatest game of League of Legends I've ever played in my life. And it was my game where I had to hard carry a feeding jungler and a feeding top. Not only did I have to hard carry them, I had to give them macro. I had to tell them the correct and incorrect way to play the game. I had to let them know, hey man, don't be pushing up without no vision. Don't be doing nothing stupid. So right now we are in our I just got a text that scared me. We are in our promos to Plat. I haven't played any games yet. We're in our promos to Plat. I'm kind of streaking. I'm on a 3-game win streak. I just lost 2. And then as you see here, all this blue. There's a lot of blue there. We've just been winning a lot. Tristana is really kind of OP right now, which is perfect because she was my main ADC last season. And she wasn't OP. She was just a solid champion. She was like A tier, S tier, or something like that. Maybe A tier. And now that she's like S to S plus tier, it's getting real easy to climb. Even though I have so many games played, that was because I took a long break to play World of Warcraft Shadowlands when that dropped. That was about 6 months. I didn't play the game, and I had just gotten Plat, so I didn't really have like too much of the macro, the Plat macro in my mind. I knew what it took to get to Plat, so because I did it once, but then I didn't play the game for 6 months, and I completely forgot what it took to get to Plat. So we lost a lot of games for a while there. I was actually at a negative win-loss ratio, and I actually had a negative overall win rate on Tristana, but we pulled it back. Boys, ladies, gents, if you all enjoyed this video, please do be sure to leave a like, and I will see you all in the next one.